Stop waiting for an apology. That's never coming. If you have been holding your breath, waiting for someone to acknowledge what they did to you, this video is going to change everything. I'm here to explore mindful approaches to healing and forgiveness. Today, we are talking about why waiting for an apology keeps you stuck and what you can do instead to finally move forward. Let me describe a pattern you might recognize. Someone hurted you, maybe they betrayed you, or they betrayed your trust, said something cruel, or abandoned you when you needed them most. And ever since, you have been waiting for them to realize what they did, waiting for them to feel remorse, waiting for that conversation where they finally say, I am sorry. And you can respond, I forgive you. And then everything can be okay again. You replay conversations in your head. You imagine what you will say when they finally apologize. You check their social media looking for signs they are thinking about you. You are in a holding pattern and it's exhausting. Sounds familiar? You are not alone, and there's a reason this pattern is so common and so painful. We wait for apologies because we have been taught that forgiveness is a transaction. They apologize, we forgive. They acknowledge the harm, we can heal. It's a neat, clean formula. However, here's what nobody tells you. That formula gives them all the power. You have essentially said, I can't heal until you give me permission. You have made your peace dependent on their awareness, their growth, their timeline. And here's the painful truth. Some people will never apologize, not because what they did wasn't wrong, but because one, they genuinely don't think they did anything wrong. Their perspective is so different from yours that they can't see the harm. 2, they are too ashamed to face what they did. Apologizing would require them to sit with uncomfortable feelings they are not ready to feel. 3, they are protecting their own narrative. Admitting fault would shatter their self-image. 4, they simply don't care enough, and that's perhaps the hardest truth to accept. Research in psychology shows that people who hurt others often engage in what's called moral disengagement. They minimize the harm, blame circumstances, or convince themselves the victim deserved it. This is a psychological protection mechanism, and it means the apology you are waiting for may literally never come. So, my dear friends, what happens while you wait? 3 things. First, you stay emotionally attached to the person who hurted you. Every day you wait is another day they occupy space in your mind and your heart. You think you are holding them accountable. However, really, you are keeping them close. Second, you give them ongoing power over your well-being. They hurt you once in the past, but waiting for their apology, you let them hurt you every single day in the present. They might have moved on completely while you are still suffering. Third, you miss out on your own life. The energy you are spending on waiting, replaying, hoping for acknowledgement, that energy you could be using to heal, grow, and create the life you deserve. My dear friends, I learned this the hard way. I waited years for an apology from someone, years, and when I finally accepted it, it wasn't coming. I realized I had given them years of my life they didn't deserve. Don't make my mistake, or don't repeat my mistake. So if we are not waiting, what do? Here's a 4-step practice for healing without their apology. Step 1. Validate your own pain. You don't need their acknowledgement for your pain to be real. Say it out loud or write it down. What they did, it hurted me. However, my pain is valid whether they acknowledge it or not. This is radical self-validation. Step 2. Separate their actions from your healing. Their behavior is about them, their capacity, their awareness, their issues. Your healing is about you. These are two completely separate things. You can heal regardless of what they do or don't do. Step 3. Reclaim your power. Every day you wait is a day you give them power. Take it back by deciding, I am choosing to release this for my peace, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because I deserve freedom. This is a unilateral decision. You don't need their participation. Step 4. Redirect your energy. All that energy you have been spending imagining their apology, checking for signs they are sorry, replaying what happened, redirect it. Use it for therapy, for yourself, journaling, creative projects, relationships that actually nourish you. Invest in your healing, not in their potential awareness. Here's a practice that helped me. Write the apology you wish you would have received. Write exactly what you needed to hear. Then read it to yourself. Give yourself what they couldn't give you. It sounds simple, however, it's incredibly powerful. And here's what changes when you stop waiting. My dear friends, you realize you were never powerless. You had the key to your own cage the whole time. You stop checking their social media. Stop replaying conversations. Stop hoping, and in that space, something beautiful happens. You start living again. You might still feel sad about what happened. That's okay, but it's a clean sadness, not a waiting sadness. It's grief you can process and move through, not hope that keeps you stuck. And here's the irony. Sometimes when you stop waiting and truly move on, they do eventually apologize. But by then, you realize you don't need it anymore. You have already healed. That's the ultimate freedom. And I want you to achieve this ultimate freedom. I want to hear from you. Are you waiting for an apology? You don't have to share who or what. However, let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Sometimes just saying or just commenting, I am done waiting, is your first step. Thank you.